Park the mower and grab a beer. This is Pete's Garage. I'm Dan Bozon. This week, minor in possession. I wear many hats. Husband, father, American, and apparently a criminal according to the U.S. government. Yeah, I was stupid. The kind of stupid you can only achieve as a teenager, which I was. Friday afternoon, my buddy John and I are going to see his girlfriend. She's a freshman at Grand Valley State University. We're 5 minutes away from campus. Figured that was a good time for a couple of warm-up beers. I fished 2 Bud Lights out of the cooler in the back seat. John's driving, about 80. We crack open our beers. 2 pulls in, we see the lights behind us. A cop. Maybe he's after someone else, John says. He's not. Instinctively, stupidly, I cram the beers under my seat. Maybe the cop won't find them. By the time he gets to my door, a beer puddle has formed around my feet. The whole car smells like a dive bar. Step out of the vehicle, the cop says. Funny how they always say vehicle instead of car. John and I are standing next to the car as the cop searches it. He finds the 2 beers under the passenger seat, the cooler in the back seat, and the extra case in the trunk. He tells me to get back into the car. The cop then walks John back to his squad car and makes him spread his hands across the hood as he frisks him. I can see it all happening from the rearview mirror. Then the cop cuffs John and puts him in the back seat of the squad car. He then walks around to my door, tells me to get back out and to open and dump all the beers, which is a real shame considering how hard it is to get that much beer when you're 17. So I stand there dumping the beers as the rush hour traffic goes by. I keep my face down on the off chance someone I know drives by. Like my parents. Shit, my parents. I'm going to be in so much trouble. The cop eventually lets us go, but not before slapping us with citations for minor in possession of alcohol, a misdemeanor. John's stepmom is a lawyer and she works out some deal with the judge. We have to go to the court, enter our guilty pleas, and pay a fine. And I get grounded for a month. A month in the middle of my senior year. I do my time and get on with my life. And I try to forget my criminal past until it comes back to find me when I reapplied for my security clearance. I don't know, says the petty officer. Sounds to me like you have to put it down. The security questionnaire is asking if I've ever been convicted of an alcohol-related offense. To me, that means a DUI or an aggravated assault, like from a bar fight. I don't have either of those on my record. But there is that minor in possession. I paid a fine, I tell the petty officer, and I'm pretty sure my buddy's mom made the whole thing go away. Plus, I got grounded, I tell him, my senior year. I get it, he says, but the form doesn't ask about any of that. It just asks about an alcohol offense, which it sounds like you got. He was a total bureaucrat. I'm doing nothing to bring this guy around to my point of view, but I know he's just doing his job. The form asks for all the details of the offense, where, when, resolution, details of the court proceedings, all of it. After hours of internet searching and a few phone calls, I finally get the details. Bozon, Daniel B. Guilty. Minor in possession of alcohol. Misdemeanor. Kent County Circuit Court, Michigan. September 1990. It all goes into the security questionnaire, which I then submit to the petty officer. Weeks later, I'm notified that my clearance has been renewed. The government has apparently forgiven me, but not before ripping open that old wound. The getting grounded part, at least. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have had those beers, and maybe we shouldn't have been driving 80. I understand that now. But ask any 17-year-old. A cold beer at 80 miles an hour on the way to see a girl? Nothing better. Stupid? Yes. Worth it? Totally. Let that not be a lesson to you kids out there. Thanks for listening. You can check out other episodes and stories from the Pete's Garage blog over at the website, danbozon.com. That's DANBOZUNG.com.